Hey Lucci's. I hope everybody is doing well. Um, if you clicked on the video, then you are doing well because you have your phalanges, you got your eyes. Well, I hope you got your eyes. Well, yeah, you got your eyes so you can see. And you have your ears so you can hear. So if you're not doing great, perfect, you are at least doing well because all is well. So I decided to come on today. God just wants me to motivate somebody. And my motivation for today is to hold on, okay? To hold on. So I got in the car so I can take my dog to the vet. I don't know what happened, y'all. His leg has just been like he's just been hopping on three legs, and I took him to the vet twice, and they're like, well, there's nothing we can do at this time because they're not seeing anything that's wrong with his leg. So I was like, okay, well, what I'll do is they gave me some pain medication for him and yada, 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 yada. I said, I'm going to just keep a close eye out on him. And if things keep going the way that they are, I'm going to take him to the vet. So, y'all, and as soon as I got to the car today, I noticed a white feather. I noticed a white feather on the car. And the first thing I initially thought of was, why is the feather still on the car? Usually a feather would just fly off or whatnot, like it wouldn't just stay on the car. So I said, God, I let the feather stay on there. I looked up the spiritual meaning behind feathers or whatnot, and I was like, okay, cool. And I drove like maybe 15 miles, and this feather is still on the car. So as I'm driving, I'm saying, okay, God, what you trying to tell me about this feather? What are you trying to tell me? Give me confirmation. Like, I don't get on here unless I know that is something that I need to be saying. So, as I'm driving, the feather is like right here, okay? And the feather won't go away. The feather it's just holding on. Now, as you can see, I'm not moving right now. But at the same time, like, you guys know, like, if you're driving 25 miles an hour, 30 miles an hour or whatever, you know that this feather is really holding on. That's what the message is today. Hold on. Your breakthrough is coming. And that's what God kept telling me. The more I drove, he just kept saying, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. It's coming, it's coming, it's coming. It's coming. It's coming. So that goes back to being patient, y'all. So another thing I want to say is just be patient while you're waiting. Towards the beginning of the week, I want to say it was Monday, I was at brunch. I sat down and I ordered a salmon biscuit, a bacon, egg, and salmon biscuit. Sat down. The restaurant, it was steady. It wasn't crowded. It was steady. So I'm being patient, not, just watching something on my phone, watching YouTube or whatever it was that I was watching. A guy comes in and he ordered his food. I don't know what he ordered, but he ordered his food. Tell me why maybe 15 to 20 minutes later, he has his plate before mine. And he ordered 2 fried pork chops, eggs, and potatoes. If you're a cook, you know it takes pork chops at least 15 minutes to cook. And in my mind, I'm like, well, dog, what my salmon patty at? I just got a biscuit. Back in my day, y'all, maybe 10 years ago or so, I would have been so impatient. Not even 10 years ago, I would say like 5 years ago, I would have been so impatient. I would have been like, where my food at? I would have talked to the waitress. I would have asked the waitress, like, where's my food? The waitress didn't even come, honestly, and say anything. So I'm getting impatient mentally because I'm really hungry at this point. But I remember that story about this same instance where, your plate just not ready yet. It got to be especially made for you. And that, I'm pretty sure y'all heard that analogy. So that analogy came in my mind, and that is what made me wait even longer. Okay. Maybe like 30 to 45 minutes in of me waiting on a biscuit, a salmon biscuit. And mind you, this guy had already done got his food, ate his food, and paid his tab. I end up looking because I'm sitting at the bar, not even drinking any liquor, no liquor. But I am sitting at the bar, and the main cook, she turned around and she said, so she basically said salmon. I'm like, yeah, I got the salmon. Hold on. Okay, I had to go get my plate. So, she said, I was like, yeah. She gave me a wink. Maybe like 3 minutes later, she comes out from the kitchen and she said, hey, I am so sorry, but we ran out of salmon and I had to go and make it up from scratch. And she said, thank you so much for your patience. She just kept saying that she was sorry. Okay. And she said, your whole meal is on me today. I'm like, okay, cool. Maybe like 10 minutes after that, the actual server comes over there and she's like, girl, I don't know why they ain't tell me about your order. Yada, yada. She's trying to save face at this point. And this server is a server that I always go and see because I like her customer service. And in my mind, I was like, well, girl, you the one who should have been telling me about the order, like keeping up with the orders or whatever. But y'all, I am just being so patient, so sweet, and so kind at this moment. She ends up, the chef herself ends up bringing me out the food, and she said, your next 2 meals are on me. I ain't been in there ever since, but I'm definitely gonna go back because I want to try them fried pork chops. But I'm saying this to say this. I said that to say this. It pays to be patient and just hold on, y'all. Just hold on a little while longer and your reward is definitely going to be worth it. Your reward is definitely going to be worth it. Now, I am at this Mexican food truck and I decided, y'all know I love me some Mexican food, and this is really I'm just like, since I'm on camera right now, I might as well do a little review. So I'm gonna see what this is talking about. Y'all know, well, y'all don't know, but I don't like cilantro, so I got it without cilantro. Let me see if I can. Ooh, yeah, no cilantro. You know that I always gotta give you just a little piece. Let me try. Where am I at? I'm at Mexi Tacos. Ooh, I love me some onion. Why is she trying to move when that thing's trying to move? And let's see what it's talking about. I think my favorite part of Mexican are those pickled sides. My nail is not broken. I got it done like this on purpose. I be having a hard time getting my money out the ATM. So I had one chicken, one steak. Let's see what it's hitting on. $6. It's good. Now, this feather is still hanging on. It's good. I like the sauce is not overly spicy like it could be. And then a little lime can't fix. But yeah, not saying I'm gonna come back and get one. It's good for a little snack. I'm at Mexi Tacos on Hillsborough Pike in Franklin, Tennessee.